Hello everyone, my name is Irie and I am currently procrastinating. I should be packing right now because I'm leaving at some point next week to go visit a good friend of mine, but I don't want to pack right now, so I'm making a video, which is also something I have to do today, so it's not really that much procrastinating. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about books because I want to talk about books. And way back in 2015, I saw the Popsugar Reading Challenge on Pinterest, and I really wanted to do it, and I didn't do it. I read like 10 or 12 books off of it. Today, I'm going to revisit that challenge and see how many books I have read at some time in my past that complete parts of the challenge. Books that I own sometimes, books that I might have read that I don't own. I'm just going to go through it and show you some books I really like. I'm also going to be giving these books ratings because I know I have people watching this channel that are not as old as me, and I don't want to recommend some books that are best left for being older to read them. I'll be putting up on the screen my age range for, you know, how old Prairie's going to be, my little sister, when I let her read these books. Number 1 on the challenge that I have on my laptop over here, a book with more than 500 pages. I've got that. Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. A book with a number in the title. This was hard because I was trying to do it mostly from books that I had on my shelf, and so I finally chose 642 Things to Write About, which isn't really a book so much as an activity book. It's got like questions, like writing prompts, and then you answer them in your own way. But it's super fun. I love this book. A book with non-human characters, I have The Incredible Journey, which has been a favorite since my childhood. A funny book. I'm gonna pick the classic I've been reading lately, How to Train Your Dragon. It's so funny. I love it so much. Next up is a book with a one-word title, and I have Redwall by Brian Jacques. This is the book I read that really got me into reading. I love Redwall so much. For a book of short stories, which is next on the list, I have James Herriot's Cat Stories, which Gansey and I actually reviewed last fall when we did some videos. A popular author's first book, Looking for Alaska by John Green. Oh my gosh. I cried. That's all I can say. Next on the list is a Pulitzer Prize winning book, and I just looked through a list of all the Pulitzer Prize winning books. I have read one. It's in a box right now. It's To Kill a Mockingbird, which I do like a lot, but I'm not gonna dig out. A book based on a true story. I mean, these are the memoirs of Hiccup Horrendous Haddock III, but I don't think that really counts. James Herriot's Cat Stories, they're not entirely true, you know. They're just, you know, memoirs. They're based on true stuff that happened. So I haven't actually read too many books that my mom loves, which is our next point on the list, but there's an author she loves, Francine Rivers, and I have read this book, The Last Sin Eater, which is amazing. I haven't read it in like 8 years, but I love this book. Next would be a book based entirely on its cover. And I've only once read a book based entirely on its cover, and I really didn't like it, so I'm not going to list it here. So instead, I'm going to say out of all these books here, the cover I like the most. Turtles All the Way Down. I don't know. There's just something about this cover that I really like. It's simple and cool, and then somebody made this, like, GIF thing online of, like, turtles going down the thought spiral, and it's cool. A memoir is next. I'm going to do this just because it's fun. A book you can finish in a day. I can finish many of these books, and I have finished them in a day, but this is the reason why I brought Paper Towns down. I read this, I started at 11 o'clock p.m. and did not finish until 3 a.m. So yeah, that was an intense road trip. We weren't on the road. This book is about a road trip. It's good. A trilogy, I didn't bring any down, but I'm gonna throw out there Lord of the Rings, because I love Lord of the Rings so much. A book from my childhood, Redwall and James Herriot Cat Stories, both very important books when I was, you know, between the ages of 8 and 12. A book set in high school, I got lots of those, but I will feature Blue Lily, Lily Blue by Maggie Stiefvater. This is for a future thing, but it's set in high school, and Maggie Stiefvater is even better than Holly Black, in my personal opinion. Oh, here we go. The reason I wanted this. A book with a color in the title, Blue Lily, Lily Blue. 2 colors, the same one, but hey. A book that made me cry. Any of these made me cry, to be totally honest. Looking for Alaska would probably be the one that made me cry the most. I was not expecting that. That's all I'm gonna say. Book with magic. Got a lot of books with magic. I'm gonna return to good old Stiefvater. Blue Lily, Lily Blue. Lots of magic in this book. A book by an author I've never read before. I'm pretty sure this was my first Agatha Christie. A book set during Christmas. Harry Potter generally has Christmassy scenes. Like this one. Pretty sure this one has some Christmas in it. I don't really remember. I don't have books 1 or 2 down here, or else I'd show them. A book written by an author with your same initials. I remember trying to find one, and it was very difficult. And I found some middle grade novel, but I never ended up reading it, so. A play. If I had my Honk script still, I could show that, but I had to return it to get my money back after we finished that show this spring. So I don't have a play on me right now, but Honk. I love Honk. A banned book. To Kill a Mockingbird was banned at some point, wasn't it? Or was it not? I don't know. I haven't read a ton of banned books. I feel like Narnia's been banned at some point. Oh! Her. Looking for Alaska has been banned in schools, and some people don't like it, and I kind of agree that young children should not read this book, but it's a good book when you're not a young child. A book based on or turned into a TV show. Let's go with How to Train Your Dragon again, because I know there's a bunch of How to Train Your Dragon spin-off shows on Netflix. Though we could also go with James Herriot, because he also, there's a All Creatures Great and Small is a series from like the 60s or 70s. It's BBC, based on his stories. But yeah, I guess that's it. I've done all the questions more or less with the same 13 or so books. I hope you enjoy this video, and I will make something tomorrow. Oh, I think I'm gonna do painting tomorrow. That is if I get all my packing done today, so I should get going on that.